The aftermath
So,
of slavery,
just in
part
case y'all did not watch part one, go back and watch part one where I talk about what actually happened at the abolition of slavery. And also, if you did not watch the previous series talking about ancient slavery in history, go back and watch that series so you can be up to speed and understand what's going on and what I'm talking about, so that everything will just come together and lock. All right. So let's get to it. Okay. So part two, we're going to talk about what was the state of the slaves after they got freed. Okay. What happened at the abolition of slavery? And we got to realize that anytime there is a group of people that come together and make laws, those laws do not immediately go into effect. There's a kind of like a wiggle room time period, and it's not set in stone where the government or the lawmakers will give those who are in violation time before they start fully enforcing these rules and regulations, because most of the times it's affecting an entire ecosystem, an entire economy, and so forth and so forth. But anyways, what happened after slavery? What kind of laws were passed? What were the state of the slaves? What were they considered now? They're considered free people, most of them. But in some cases, it's almost like you're coming out of prison, right? And you have no family, you have no land, you have no work, you have no assets, nothing to get you off your feet, right? And you have these different scenarios where people coming out on their own, they're in a foreign land, they've never experienced freedom, some of them in their lifetimes, and some of them who even have some knowledge, all they're looking to do is work to make a little money so that they can survive, start a family, start building something, right? And this was a very dangerous time again for colored people, because what happened is that the laws that followed after that, many people could not read. Okay, it was very, very few people in the black community that were on the plantations could actually read. And those that could read, they didn't have access to the books, they didn't have access to the laws, they didn't have access to just about anything. So they could have still been harassed and captured and done with however they was deemed fit to whosoever their captors were, and they wouldn't have any defense per se. So that was a huge problem when the laws were being passed, the rules are being made, and these people were not a part of that process, nor could they defend effectively from these atrocities that were being purported on them. So we're going to touch on more of that later.